Good morning, folks. Welcome to another update to our farm. This is still a ranch. As you can see, they are doing pretty good. I also don't see any one of them that is on heat. Not that I've seen so far. It's the first time I'm seeing them. So I just spread some corn along this path to greet them. That's the way how you say hello, or I say hello to my pigs. And so they're pretty busy eating. As you can see, they're pretty big already. So it's amazing the difference between 2 weeks of growth in this area, because as you can see, everything is now in full bloom. All the oaks, all the brushes, all the poison oak, whatever's growing, they are all full leafed. So they have cleaned this up already. There was a lot of poison oak here. As you can see, it's much clearer here. There's still some debris. Some of the pigs, they've been eating those dried log. So I haven't checked the property yet. This is the first thing I've done, and also the battery charger. So it's been good so far. Everything is dried up. Here it's pretty solid. See, all the soil is like a brick. But there's still moisture underneath. But they have dug through here already quite a bit. Even here, I guess they're trying to dig the water maybe, or maybe some of the woods here. They already cleaned this up. This was a lot of pile of woods before. They'd eaten through just like that. There was quite a bit there. It's all green now. So here, besides all the leaves growing, I have not seen, I don't want to say much differences, but deeper digging. It's all shallow digging. So they exposed all the soil. But yeah, and they've been digging through this area where it's next to the fence line and all down below. But let me get back to you, and I will show you the other place down there and see what they have done. I haven't explored that area, and also I'll show you, what, 5th week of the place where they were before, and see what's growing in there and how tall the grass are. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, folks, this is where the gate, and this is where the pigs were, where they dug. So there's quite an improvement in this area. As you can see, the clover are a lot bigger. Some of the grass are a lot bigger, and as you can see, some of those grass are native here. And the rye are already seeding. but I don't see sorghum or cereal. Maybe that's a sorghum there. Sorghum Sudan. I don't know, I can't tell between a sorghum Sudan and a millet. Maybe there's some here, I just don't know. But I'll be releasing my cows here. Because they're already seeding. As you can see there. It's not very thick, but you know that there's an improvement onto the soil because this grass are a lot bigger than previously. See all that? Here. This is the proof here. So this is the fence, they haven't been here. This is what it would look like. See? So one thing I've learned is that there's not much growing once the pig dug into the soil, right? But if you don't plant on it, nothing would grow. Maybe it's gonna wait until the following year, but not within that year or this year. As you can see, not much growing except the seeds that I planted. So, if you want your pasture to be with grass the following spring, then you need to plant. Otherwise, then you're not gonna have anything that would be growing onto your soil, as you can see from here. Most of the things I see are the things that I planted. So there is quite a bit of differences here. So this is on the other side, just next door fence. Nothing. These are just the native grass here, and pretty small, as you can see. So that's the difference, folks. I'm gonna put my pigs here in the winter time because during the summer it's pretty hard now. As you can see, the soil is pretty dry now. So I don't know how much the pig can really dug into it. But I do know my chickens are loving this area. Not this area, but the whole area because of all the grass growing already. But yeah. So let me show you the paddock on the other place. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. This is where they were feeding before on the other side of the fence. But I'm showing you where the water are flowing, and so here they're pretty thick, as you can see here. So that's an improvement. So I still have two charger. So one of the charger is on that side, and it's connected to the bottom wire there, as you can see. So I haven't had any failures so far, I guess, knock on the wood. So this is working 100%ly. As long as there are no branches or wood that would fall, then it's working. Haven't had any issues so far, so I'm pretty glad that's working. Here, as you can see, compared to on that side where I showed you, yeah, there's not much growing compared to here. There's quite a bit of clover. As you can see, all the native grass. It's pretty thick. But here, as you can see, if I did not spread any seeds here, nothing is growing. And so maybe it's gonna be next year that things will start growing here, because I do know that, you know, some of them, you know, like this one, these are original here, and they are very green, so it means their growth is a lot better than before. And look at all the seeds I spread. I know that it's not pretty thick, but the idea here is whether, you know, there's an improvement to the soil. And I didn't spread much seeds over here because these are just test plot, and I don't want to waste a lot of seeds because seeds is very expensive. And so they're working. I think it's just a matter of timing when you spread those seeds, because I do know that I left them at least a week or 2 weeks before I moved them out, and the seeds are still growing. See that? This is whatchamacallit, I forgot its name. You know, climbing all these slopes and hills, you know, my breath is like I'm getting out of breath. That's why sometimes I, you know, inhale harder than I'm used to, especially with the soil that's uneven. I forgot what it is. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, let's see, buckwheat. Yeah, so this buckwheat, I think that's buckwheat. Those are the biggest one I ever had. That's buckwheat. I forgot the name of that, where you can eat it too. Yeah, I think those are buckwheat. And so as that. So I can say that, yeah, something is in the soil. Maybe nitrogen, which is typically the byproduct of, you know, manure and the urine that the pigs would spread over here, and it soak into the soil. See? Yeah, so buckwheat, they're growing. I've never had buckwheat that tall before. So if you look at my other video, as I told you, things are growing still, but now they're started to show. All the seeds I spread, see that? They are getting a lot taller, and it seems like they're very vibrant. They're not dull or so, but they're very green, even though the ground is already dry. I believe it's dry on the top because it's hot now, but there's still moisture underneath, and so that would help a lot, especially some of this rye, because their roots is deeper. They can dig deeper as long as I let them wait a little bit until they're fully grown before I graze them. But the problem is, you know, some of them are already seeding, and so okay, well, what should I do? But I think I'll just leave it as is, like this. Let them seed, and then we'll go from there. I still have other pastures that I can use. But one thing I have not seen in this area, I've seen a lot of buckwheat. See that? Those are buckwheat. But I have not seen a sorghum Sudan. See? You know, those are ryegrass. It's not easy to see, but there's a lot of growing in here, and they weren't thick before. And as you can see, those are just one root, and they're already spread out in multiple branches. So I can say that, yeah, the pigs are working. And so, yeah, this soil is not as fertile as before. They're very, whatchamacallit, marginal soil. But you can see that if you spread the seeds accordingly, and depending on how many pounds per acre you're gonna spread, I think you'll do pretty good. So now I have some template that I will need to, not I will, but I'll need to follow, and I think it's gonna be good. See? See all that? I'm just disappointed because I don't see sorghum. I don't see millet that I know of. There should be a lot bigger leaf. But most are rye, because I can tell, you know, they're already seeding. See that? Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go on that side and see what's going on. I haven't been on that side yet. Okay, I'll be right back. This is the other section where they have dug. This section is not doing pretty good. Even some of the native grass right there, the spear leaf there, and some of the seeds that I planted there. This section is pretty dry, and it doesn't seem, the grass is very vibrant. They're a bit dull. See, compared to the one just in that area. So I don't know, maybe not much moistures are left here, because see, even the buckwheat, they're pretty small. They're not as big as the one that I just showed you earlier. See all that? So I guess there's the differences between whether your soil has nitrogen on it, or whether it doesn't have enough moisture. You know, I'm interested in digging that soil, but it seems like there's not enough water in here. That's why. Here, just on the other side, they're growing. They're a lot bigger than the one I just showed you earlier. So, see? These guys are on the shades. So I guess it really depends. You know, I can do a lot of experiment, like testing the soil and so forth, and gather some data and see what's going on. Maybe I'll do that. But that's quite a bit of money to perform some testing, soil testing. I spread some seeds here. I have the same results on this side also, where the seeds are not as hopeful as the other ones that I just showed earlier. I just see one there, but that is an orchard grass. I didn't plant any orchard grass here, so that's a native or that's a seeds that is in the bank, seed bank. So that's very hopeful, I guess. See all the seeds that's growing? Not much. I can say that there's moisture here, so okay, well, there is moisture. Same result as on the other side there. So that means there's not enough I guess nitrogen in this area. See, they're growing, but they're not big like the one that I just showed you down below, down in this area. As you can see, they're pretty thick. Lots of weeds. Cows like to eat all those stuff here. Cows like that. But yeah, a lot of the seeds are growing, but they're not very healthy. So okay, maybe that's one of the things that I would do next time, is test the soil and see what's going on. Okay, I'll be right back. Let's go on the other side. Okay folks, this section, they're pretty healthy compared to that side. That's just about 20-30 feet away, but this is downslope. Look at all the seeds. Some of it are native. It means, you know, it's not rye, it's not sorghum, it's not buckwheat or cereal. But these guys are a lot bigger than the one I just showed you earlier. Very healthy, as you can see. So there's a difference between the fertility of the soil here than the fertility of the soil over there. As you can see, the grass here, the seedlings are a lot better and bigger. Sorry. It's not easy to take a video, especially going downhill. There's a lot of debris and potholes from the pigs. But as you can see, these guys are a lot healthier, a lot bigger. So these are the native, I don't know, weeds that's brought by the pigs, that's been dormant in the seed bank. I've never seen these guys before. So that's what's in my seed bank. But here, down here, wow, it's like it's pretty thick. See that? So it's a combination of the seeds I broadcast here and some of the native grass that's in here and clover. So it seems like whatever is coming down the hill, it's accumulating down here, which is pretty nice to look at. As you can see, it's pretty thick. Yeah, Yeah, I wish I have even this much grass. I wish I have everything up there, because that would help me a lot. But as you can see, not much. So, but at least I have some footprint that I can test to see what's going on, and I will have some comparison next time and what I need to improve on. Because, you know, look at all this rye. These are annual ryegrass, sorry. They're pretty big. That's obsidian. So the pigs were here. It seems like just a combination of clover and some of the original grass that's in here. But some of the, see, those weren't here before. Even the, I forgot the name of that. This one. So that's what's in my seed bank. So most of here are native grass here. Now let's go on the top. Oh, that's buckwheat. That's bigger than what I had before. See? So I guess it doesn't take one time to improve your soil. It may take multiple times. But here we are. If you go back to my previous videos, there wasn't as much grass over here. Everything was like full of leaves and all that stuff. See that? Everything is growing. I don't know if that's whatchamacallit, oats. See, clover. I'm still trying to find a sorghum sedan. It should show it should be like taller, but I don't see it. It's most that's growing here is rye. See that? So folks, this is the end of the video. I thought I could show this to you so that you have some idea what you need to do if you need to spread some seeds. Maybe one thing I would recommend, if it's not rye, I guess it really depends on your soil. My soil is heavy clay, and so it's not easy to get a you know, like, it's very compact that sometimes to where the soil is very compact, where the pigs hasn't really dug, maybe that's where the roots stopped, and that's why some of the grass, the seedlings that you saw earlier wasn't as healthy as these guys are. But maybe next time I'll try some wheat, because wheat can just grow just about anywhere. But one thing I would like to do though is trying to establish a pasture here. So perhaps I'm gonna let this ryegrass seeds go into seeds and then have them graze this, or bring back the pigs over here in the fall. But again, yes, if you plan to have a pasture from winter to spring, you gotta plant. As you can see, nothing is growing after they dug. So I'm kind of interested the following year, because you can see my buckwheat are growing before they never grow before. They just stagnant, or there's not enough soil seed to contact, and so maybe that's why they're not growing. But everything is growing nicely in this area. Yeah, so it's the same thing all up there. So I believe this is the 5th week since the pig left this area. Folks, let me end this video here. Hello folks. So initially they were up there, now they were here down below. I was checking their water. It seems like all the spring it's pretty dry now. I gave them some 50 pounds and spread it through those through the whatchamacallit, the rotten wood. I think this is a pine tree, and they're slowly nibbing this tree, and so I thought, okay, well, let me speed up the process. And so I poured some of the pellets in there. I know they have done that initially. So this is where they are now. This is I keep saying down below because that's where they were before. But before I go there, let's see what they have done here. So they have done quite a bit already. It seems like this is where they're nesting. See that? Sorry for panning. And so this is the grass. This is how big the grass gets. Not very much. I don't have much grass. But since they have dug quite a bit already here, they already disturbed the soil. They already made some improvements. I see some of their manure here. It's scattered all over the place. It's not like what people say where, oh yeah, they would poop to a certain corner. But I guess only when maybe they're in a very closed location or section, and maybe that's what they're gonna do. But when they are in an open area, they would just poop everywhere. But as you can see what they have done already, and they have moved all those woods, and as you look closely, this is a nice area. Initially it wasn't showing because there's a lot of debris and a lot of brushes like oaks, poison oaks and stuff. See that? So it's quite interesting because I never really explored this area until they started cleaning it slowly but surely. So a little bit of push and clean up and burning some of this rotten woods. I think it will look nicely It would look great. Seems like there's a road leading to there. See that? And you really don't notice that until you know they started digging this place. So they have dug through this area already. I do know that there's quite a bit of grass here before they started, so they ate all of them already. So there's still a lot of places where they need to clean up, but it's pretty dry here. I don't know if well, it's a good thing that I put a spring up there, my main source of water. I let it flow through here, so I gotta see what's going on there. But here they are. Ta-da! This is where they were before. As you can see, this place is really nice. They turned this into a pasture, a servo pasture. Look, I need to clean up some of those, some of this oaks just to spread a little bit. But even if I leave it as is, it looks really nice. Just looks like a virgin ground with nice grass. As you can see, some of the stuff I planted, mostly all the ryegrass are going, and some of the native grass that's already in here. But it looks really nice. See that? It's a lot better than what I've shown you below. And there was quite a bit of leaves in this area until they started digging through, and then I spread some seeds in it, as you have seen previously. My clover are a lot better. See that? So I guess it really depends on the soil. Maybe I like to know the difference though, so that quite get me to do some soil testing to see what the difference in terms of the minerals in the soil, what's in there. And because some of them don't grow as big as like this, but I don't know what's the soil moisture there, but everything's dry here. I'm sure there's still some moisture here too, but this is really nice. This has never been like this before. See? All these places they have dug through. It is really, grass is growing compared to here. So it was like this before, right? Now it's like this. So yeah, so a little bit of spreading seeds. I think it will improve your pasture, especially some of the ryegrass. I started with ryegrass because they're deeper roots. And so once I get that established, then probably, spread some fescue in here. Fescue would do well also here. And some orchard grass. But that really looks nice. I just need to cut a little bit and open up a little bit in this area. This area will be awesome. I'm running out of battery, but before I turn it off, look, this is what they have done in this area. So this would turn into a new pasture next year or this fall. See all they have done? I just need to clean it up a little bit. See, going up the hill, and as they clean things out, this property looks really nice. It's just rolling hills. You really don't see the beauty until it is clean. Wow, okay. This is a hidden treasure that I didn't know before. Now it's worth a lot more. A little bit of cleaning, a little bit of burning. I think this would be a really nice pasture in the future. See that? They have cleaned all those critter. See, this is, sorry. This is used to be the spring that I was referring to. Everything is very dry already. But I want to go to the water, the source of water they have. Before I run out of battery, let me get back to you. Okay. This is the spring they found. It's still wet. They had been trying to dig this area. So I'm sure if I dig this through with excavator, I'm sure I would still have some water underneath. But moving on, be right back. This is their spring. This is where they're drinking. This is going up the hill, and my spring is all the way up there. And so I tie this hose. You know, I cut my spring like I said, and I didn't have time to put a container here. I thought I could just let it flow here, and I tied it over there, but it appears that it ended up over here, and they haven't touched it. It's because of the electric fence there. So they cleaned it up also quite a bit here, because you know this used to be quite a bit of you know, some foliage, but now it's clear. Interestingly, they'd been chewing the end of the line, and maybe that's why they broke the line. So this is where they are drinking. A little bit over there, they might not have any water, so let me fix this and get back to you, or I'll just end the video here. And so yeah, there's a road going up all the way up there to the spring, and so there's a hose here all the way down there. I just cut it through because in this area there is no water, so I thought I could just, you know, fix it later and put the spring here and leave it running here. But it seems like they took it out from the rope I tied in, and then it's over here. So this is their water. It's amazing how much 2 weeks could change this whole place. All this place is just so much foliage before everything is strip with leaves and everything is just, you know, empty. But if you look at my line, they clean it up this area too. If you go back to the video, you know, there's like a lot of snows here all the way down there. But now everything is dry. Well, folks, it's getting late. I'll end the video here. I'll fix the water and tie it over here. And then go from there. I forgot, I'm moving my pigs. Putting them to their own pasture. Since this is going pretty good. There's a lot of grass there. So they're kind of rowdy in a way. Come on. They know where to go. See that? In my way. No, come on. Let's go over here. Come on. Follow him. Let's look at your pasture. Trying to be careful. I might slide and eat me. No, don't eat that. We're going to your lush pasture. They're running already. So it's all bouncy. They're looking at their come on, right here, come on, come on, come on. See that? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have to run pretty quickly because I forgot to close the gate. So they followed me through here. So now they're eating grass. See the sound of it. The boar seemed to be teaching the gilts. says, yum, yum. They're just exploring. I'll be right back and see where those guys are going. I think they're going to their shelter. Well, I guess they're tired of me. Says, you got no food. So they're leaving now. So some of them are eating grass as they walk through up the hill. See that? Can you hear those? They're pulling the grass. See that? He needs an oil lube in his joint or mouth. It's too noisy, it's squeaking. See? Wow. Wow. I guess he's glad. I'm pretty sure that's the first mouthful grass he ever have in his entire life. I mean, starting from now on. I get a lot of exercise walking through this hill, up and down, up and down. I'm not complaining. But they look really nice. No food here. See that? They see no food, no feeds. They're starting to eat grass now. That's amazing. So this is the place where they dug to also. I didn't plant any seeds in here, but you know, some of the stuff grew here and some didn't, as you can see. So all I'm saying is that if you want grass, you know, from winter to spring, you gotta plant stuff because nothing grows. But see all those native grass that I've been talking about, the one spare leaf? They've gotten pretty big over here. Do you need some WD-40, huh? Well, I'm glad they're eating that because my cows does not eat that. It's pretty cold now here. It was hot earlier. Folks, this is exciting. I'm gonna put this on a separate video. Since they got no food, or they're not getting any food out of me, they're just starting to eat. Those guys are waiting for me. They're just right next to me. But they're eating those grass now. I'm sure they find those edible because those are just like wheat. Folks, raising pigs, I think it's very expensive. You need to have a budget. If you don't have a budget and you don't have any place to get their food, if you're buying from store, it adds up. And so it's one of those things that you may have to plant your own food or have a pasture like this, which I don't know how much they will do in here, but I do know until today is that it's just too expensive as they get older, especially when they're pregnant. That's one of the things that I don't want to ration them, just to be sure. And so hopefully this grass would help them out. They're gonna have a lot of grass here. So they have this area, and then like I said, they have that area, and then once after that, then they can go back to their main pasture up there, up the hill, because that thing's growing. But I'm interested to see how fast they can work this out. I might have to release my my little pigs here too. So we shall see. Interestingly, my dogs are just chilling. See? So they're eating at a full mouth now. Before they're just like tasting it, but they're going at it. especially him. See? They're eating like cows now. See this, guys? This is exciting, folks. I don't know what their body condition would be, but it would be very interesting to see in the next couple of weeks. I guess they really like the grass now. They need WD-40. Their joints squeaking. Their jaw. Can you guys hear that? It's like waxy sound like. Especially him, see? Do your pigs sounds like that when they're eating grass? Let me know in your comment if you hear the same thing. I'm curious because it seems like it's everyone's doing it. So folks, it's getting late. I'll end the video here. Hopefully you liked the video, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you don't want to, hit those thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Okay. Until then, I'll catch you later. Okay, bye.